Have you heard that old saying, success is where preparation meets opportunity? It's only now that I really get what that means. I took a trade so perfectly timed, it felt like I was shooting a three-pointer. And I scored. So in this video, I'll show you how I took a perfectly timed short trade on the Dow Jones Index. So on Thursday the 31st of October 2019, I took a short trade on the Dow Jones. So I'm going to show you what made me take that short trade. So on the 1 hour chart, I saw that there was this kind of ascending support line that was being respected. As you can see here, it'd been hit several times and it'd been broken through a couple times, but it was still they were still staying true to it. So now 6 times this line had been hit. So I thought that there was a chance that it could be broken through at some point. Now what piqued my interest on the 1 hour chart was the fact that price had gone up a couple of days earlier, and then it flatlined, it sold off back to the support line, came up and then hit their 15-day exponential moving average and couldn't break through. It went back down again. So at that point I thought, okay, there's the potential of a breakout to the downside. So what I did was that I went down into the 15-minute time frame, and as you can see here, I plotted some Fibonacci's, but I'm going to plot it again now. So I plotted the Fibonacci expansion from the top point here to the bottom point here where it hit the support line. And lo and behold, the 23.6% level was respected and the 50% level was respected. So the minute I realized the 23% level was respected and it hit this line, I thought it was going to retrace back to the 50% level. So when it got back to the 50% level, I took a short position here, and it was pretty much a zero risk trade, because the minute it hit the 50% level, it started selling off. So I was in the green the whole trade. The only mistake I made was exiting my trade early. I exited around here rather than letting it break all the way down to the next level, which was the 161.8% level. So that would have been a great perfect trade from the 50% level down to the next Fibonacci level, but I exited early. But still, I used the Fibonacci to really time my entry to a point where I wasn't in any red position at all throughout the whole trade. So some people have been asking me, how do you use the Fibonacci? Well, it's not that hard, to be honest. Fibonacci is quite an interesting tool, but it could be used inappropriately if you try and use it for everything. You just have to use it sparingly when the right occasion arises, like here. So there's 2 Fibonacci lines you can use. There's a Fibonacci retracement, which is for when price is going up, and there's a Fibonacci expansion for when price is going down. So because price was going down here, I used the expansion. All Fibonacci really does is shows you that if price is falling for a Fibonacci expansion, it will show you where price will retrace back to at key levels of Fibonacci. So the key levels that are the most important are the 23.6% level, 38.2, 61.8, and 100, or 161.8. So what this does is that these levels are where price could potentially retrace before carrying on the selling off motion. So here price was coming down and retraced down to the 23% level. It went back down, came back up to the 50% level, and then it carried on down to the 161.8 level. So all Fibonacci really does is that if, especially expansion for example, if price is selling off, you plot from the peak to one of the potential lows of the price movement, and then you can kind of in a ballpark way calculate where price will retrace to before it continues selling off. And obviously you do the vice versa for expansion. But anyway, I'm going to make another video really going into depths as to how to use Fibonacci, but I thought I'd just show you a use case of how I used it to take a short position that allowed me to not bear any risk, because I was in the green all the way through just by timing my entry to perfection. So I hope you find this video useful. It's Any, aka The Not Trader, signing out.